Hi, everyone. I'm Olga Villaverde. The defense in the Boston Marathon bombing trial rests its case today. The defense says it won't call any more witnesses to the stand, and after 15 days of testimony, that paves the way for closing arguments set to take place next Monday. Then, the fate of Dzokhar Tsarnaev will be in the hands of the jury. The defense argued that Dzokhar's older brother was the mastermind behind the 2013 attack. And another high-profile trial in the Boston area is also nearing the end. Lawyers in the murder trial against Hernandez say they expect it to wrap up next week. Today's trial highlight came from the owner of the New England Patriots, Robert Kraft. He says he spoke with Hernandez in the days after the murder of Odin Lloyd.
He said he was not involved, that he was innocent.
Kraft says the former star of the New England Patriots told him he was in a club on the night Odin Lloyd was killed. Negotiators extend the deadline in the nuclear talks with Iran.
The fact is, if we are making progress toward the finish line, then we should keep going.
The White House says the delegation has made enough progress to continue the discussion in Switzerland tomorrow despite a midnight deadline. But a State Department spokeswoman says several difficult issues remain. Indiana Governor Mike Pence asked state lawmakers to clearly define the state's controversial Religious Freedom Act.
I believe this is a clarification, but it's also a fix. It's a fix of a bill that, through mischaracterization and confusion, has come to be greatly misunderstood.
Pence says he wants the new language added to the bill by the end of the week. The Religious Freedom Reformation Act bars any laws that would keep someone from practicing his or her religion. But critics of the legislation say it opens the door for businesses to discriminate against gay people. Officials from Lufthansa admit they knew that the co-pilot of the plane that went down in the French Alps suffered from depression. The airline company says it found Andreas Lubitz' emails sent to his flight school after he dropped out for some time. In those messages, Lubitz explains his disappearance, stating that he suffered from an episode of depression. But Lufthansa says the 27-year-old passed all medical exams when he returned to duty. And in Yemen, the death toll continues to rise as Saudi-led airstrikes blast the Houthi rebels for the sixth day. Now, human rights officials say nearly 100 civilians have been killed. Hundreds more have been injured. Saudi Arabia says they're willing to send ground troops, but only if necessary. And back here in the U.S., a Florida woman tries to pass a drug test using Gatorade. Tabitha Coulomb has to take the test as part of her probation for a felony animal cruelty charge, but she used a mixture of Gatorade and water instead of her own urine. That did not fool her parole officer, however, and the 29-year-old was arrested. And that's your Newsmax Now update. More coming your way in about 30 minutes. We'll see you then.